Your news starts now.
Good evening, I'm Amber Worthy. Thanks for joining us for News 12 Now at 11. The threat of icy roads has forced schools and businesses across our viewing area to open later or not even open at all tomorrow. We have a full list running at the bottom of the screen, but we're going to get back to Christina for the latest look at tomorrow's forecast.
Now, from the EPB Fiber Optics Weather Center, tomorrow's Storm Team 12 forecast.
That's right, Amber. A lot going on in tomorrow's forecast, and most of the action happening in the morning. We're already seeing on Titan radar those pinks and purples of wintry weather. The pink is the ice. That's what we're looking at tomorrow morning, the potential for an icy glaze. A winter weather advisory is out across the Tennessee Valley for all of our counties, and that goes until about 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. It goes until noon as you move farther west, as the system is moving from west to east, and that is because of the potential for some icy roads. As this system moves in, the leading edge likely falling as freezing rain, which would create an icy glaze. Not looking at very much in the way of accumulations, but any kind of ice on the roads can create dangerous travel conditions out there. So if you do have to travel tomorrow morning, maybe think about delaying your trip until later into the early part of the afternoon. That's when we'll see this transition to rain. But early in the morning, patchy freezing drizzle across the area. Temperatures slowly climbing into the above freezing as we head later in the morning. And then for the afternoon, it's all going to transition to rain. So it's the morning between about 4 a.m. and 10 a.m. that we're focused on watching that potential for freezing rain. After that, just some showers to deal with. We've still got a lot of cold air nestled in along the ground from our bitterly cold start to the year. That's why we're going to see the potential for freezing rain. We've got that cold air down at the surface and warmer air making its way in, because after tomorrow, we've got a big warm up ahead. Once we see that warmer air take over, that's when we'll see the transition over to rain. Amber, back to you.
Definitely, and as I mentioned, the list is growing with many administrators opening or making the decision for about tomorrow within the last couple of hours. Catoosa, Dade, Walker, and Hamilton County schools are closed. Polk County schools are also closed. In Alabama, Jackson and DeKalb County, as well as Fort Payne City schools, will be on a 3-hour delay, but they may update that in the next couple hours. Erlanger Lifestyle Center and Erlanger North Cardiac Rehab will open 3 hours later at 9 a.m. and UTC will be opening at noon. And in Chattanooga, a woman is behind bars after an early morning shooting on King Arthur Road. Officials say the call came in at 2:38 a.m. after the victim, John Franklin, arrived at the hospital in a personal vehicle. Police say the victim told them that he and his wife were involved in a verbal altercation before she shot him. Franklin's injuries are considered non-life-threatening, but his wife, Jennifer Franklin, was arrested and charged with aggravated assault. And 2 people are behind bars after leading multiple agencies on a chase into Georgia. Early Saturday morning, around 2 a.m., the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says a deputy saw a vehicle on Suck Creek Road driving erratically. After attempting to stop the vehicle, officials say the driver fled and continued driving even after a tire blew and after crashing into a deputy's car. Officials say they made a decision to force that vehicle off the road in order to protect other motorists. No one was injured. The driver, Joshua Merciers, and the passenger, Jamie Swafford, were taken into custody. Both did have outstanding warrants. And the city of Copper Hill issued another boil water advisory this weekend after issues linked to a large number of leaks were found in the city of McKaysville's water system where they purchase their water. Citizens are urged to boil their water for 3 to 5 minutes since they are hauling that water in from another utility company on fire trucks. Officials say they regret that this is happening so often. And the World of Wheels Auto Show wrapped up today. One exhibitor was one of our own, Rick McLean. He is behind the scenes, but he has been a part of this show for many years. Take a look at his 2005 Corvette. It is a true family affair with many members of his family helping with exhibits, helping with an exhibit for his grandson, who also has, you see there, a mini Corvette that looks just like Grandpa's, just smaller. And also, today I met Caden, a little guy who has a love for, quote, old-timey cars. So Caden picked out this outfit because he wanted to dress in, quote, old-timey clothes so that he could take pictures with some of his favorite cars, like this one that was right next to the News 12 booth. And we partnered with Southern Auto Sports for a giveaway for a soundbar and a 4-day, 3-night drive-away vacation. The two winners are Larry Kranz from Etowah and Stephen Hurden from Chattanooga. Congrats, guys. And the deep freeze continues for a large portion of the country, breaking records and creating problems for millions across the Northeast. CBS correspondent Laura Podesta reports from the sub-freezing streets of New York.
Temperatures in the Northeast have hit record lows.
With wind chills possibly down to 45 below zero.
Burlington, Vermont dipped to -20 Sunday morning, just beating the city's old record of -19 set in 1923. Temperatures were below zero overnight in Boston as firefighters battled fierce flames. Ice encased almost everything when the fire was out. Airports are trying to get back on track after several days of cancellations. But a water main break Sunday at New York's JFK caused a new round of delays. Michael Morris has been waiting for a flight since Saturday.
I just want to make sure I can get on the flight tonight.
Are you frustrated, annoyed?
You know what? I'm not that kind of a person. I'm annoyed, but not frustrated.
The good news is this bitterly cold air is set to push out by Monday, when temperatures in New York and the surrounding area will return to a more seasonable but still chilly low 30s.
Compared to this, it's going to feel balmy.
Tropical.
Tropical, yep.
The Midwest is already on its way to a warm-up. The record-tying cold snap Chicagoans have endured for nearly 2 weeks ended Sunday as temperatures hit 30 degrees. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
And the temperature registered -37 Saturday at the Mount Washington Observatory in New Hampshire, one of the coldest places on the planet. The wind chill was -93, and it tied for Armstrong, Ontario, for the second coldest spot in the world. And TDOT spent the day preparing the roads, including I-75 from the split up to Cleveland. When we return, Christina will have a look at your latest forecast and how it will impact the area. All of that and more straight ahead on News 12 Now. But first, as we head to break, here's a live look from our CHI Memorial camera at Lee Point.